Hi,
Hello, Chandrachur sir. How are you? How are you doing today?
very good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So, how's the lockdown treating you all this while?
See, I've got long hair. I'm like a caveman. No, it's.
Yeah, but you look good.
Sorry?
You look good. You look good.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Actually, I've it's been a humbling experience for the entire world, and a lot of time to introspect, to go within, to meditate, reflect, and spend time with oneself, which is we're not used to. We're used to engaging in a frenzied world. So it's been a lovely to go to read a lot, to do music, to see a lot of good cinema, and enjoy it, and try and keep your patience, and to pray for fair, and try and come out as a better human being through this pandemic.
Yeah. So one thing that's all needed during these times is patience. As you said, it's the key, and it all depends on how you build up your patience and how you act according to it. So what are those things, or certain exercise, calming exercise, or meditation, perhaps something that you're doing to get accustomed to this process of lockdown, or slow down as the world is witnessing as of now?
True. I'm trying to follow regular meditation, trying to do it consistently possible, and also listen to Hindustani classical music and Western classical music, and just listen to a lot of introspective music, and that's a passion. So yeah, I think these two methods are calming methods for me.
Okay. And talking about Aarya, you make a comeback, since after a long time. So I would want to know, what was it that that kept you off the camera all this while? Were you involved in some other kind of businesses, or you were pursuing some other activities or interests?
No, I was quite engaged in my personal responsibilities. There was a lot of I was more engaged in my personal, my professional, and responsibilities. And the fact is that the kind of work that I wasn't getting. Now, when I got this wonderful opportunity that Ram gave me, I felt it was just right. So it's very gut decision to work with a maker of his caliber, and also the fact that Sushmita and me finally got a chance to work. We were supposed to do something from work before earlier, and now we got a chance to work. So that was wonderful.
Okay. And as you mentioned,
done a great job. She's a wonderful human being. Yeah.
And as we spoke about Sushmita Sen, also she's also returning to the screen after a long time, and looking at both of you, you and Sushmita Sen, it feels like 90s is back all over again.
There's been a huge, strong fan base, and people have really appreciated her coming back, and it's a due credit to her. She deserves it, and the entire team has been joy to work with this team, because the style of working, the acting workshops, talented new people. I mean, I met so many of my old acquaintances and friends, and one has not been in touch with them, but relationships which go back between 25 to 30 years or more. So that was a very lovely feeling when you meet someone from the past who you have pleasant memories to share with.
Okay, and you have worked with someone like of the caliber of Gulzar Sahab, in your initial years. So looking back and looking at the things, how things are unfolding now, in terms of storytelling, you working with Ram Madhvani. He has a certain sensibility as a filmmaker which he brings to the table, certain sensibilities in a storytelling format. So what difference do you feel has come up, or it has seeped across in the Hindi cinema or storytelling over these years?
I think Gulzar Saab was a fascinating, brilliant introduction into the world of cinema. He's a school, an institution, and each decade has brought about its own changes and challenges and strengths. And everything's got a favorable and unfavorable aspect, but I am choosing to see how much one has learned over a period of a graph where there used to be single screen theaters. Then we saw at the turn of the century that the multiplex theatre culture came in. Then television software, soaps, and so on and so forth were made. And now the OTT platform has come as a revolutionary platform, a great content based medium where actors have a chance to perform and do different kinds of roles, different varieties of performances. There's no typecasting. There is a lot more build upon your performance over 9 episodes or 7 episodes. You get a chance to sink your teeth into a layered distance. Everyone has a moment in the sun as far as that is concerned, with a huge ensemble of wonderful artists and creatives, whoever's participated in the making of the. So it's just rapidly changed. If you see in the last 20 years, things have changed one to another to another. So you take something away, learn something from a particular school, incorporate it into the new method, and keep changing along with it.
Yeah.
So that's and to work with Ram has been, like he's an unusually good human being and a creatively very, very accomplished director. It's the body of work that he's done. It speaks volumes.
Yeah.
So everyone's forward, and you can see Nirja's got Aarya's got a feel, which is making you feel, like that you really feel like singing. The viewership has been wonderful. The fans have been gracious and excited to watch it. So one is looking forward to its release now.
Okay. And you have been away for a while from the screen, and this industry is so dynamic. That changes happen overnight. Be it terms of craft or technology. How technology is used to tell a story, right? From camera, lighting, sound, and everything.
Yeah.
So did you find it a little bit challenging? Getting accustomed to the technology part of it while you made a comeback.
Luckily, we had gone through the process of what would approximately have happened on set with the technicals, and we'd done an acting workshop, which is a very helpful tool, which is a more recent development for actors. It's very nice to break the ice, get into your character, do workshops, familiarize yourself with the character's fiber, the soul of the character. So I think all that helped tremendously. Now, there were methods like subtle methods that Ram employed, like we were called by our characters' names. The children would call us Mama, Papa. The way they would call us on screen, they would call us off screen too.
Okay.
And we were called by our characters' names, right from the vanity van, right up to, it was never Chandrachur's walking on set or Sushmita's walking on set. It was always Aarya walks on set. It was always Tej walks on set. And the fact is, with each other also, we called each other wife and husband. So it was like we stayed in the zone. There was a method of staying in the zone, which was so nice. It was like an extended family. One was in character, and we were shooting, living in the same place. I remember we shot at Chomo Palace. The entire thing on the same premises. So we would shoot there, and then we would, spend after hours with each other after that. So there was, I think, it was overall a very exciting experience.
Okay. And since you spoke about staying in your character while being on shoot, so when you are so much immersed into something, it takes a toll on you. You get consumed by it. So at any point of time did it happen that you would want to break out from it just to feel the real world around you?
I think when you got to do some work which is excellent or which is special, then one has to go that extra yard. So I want to do anything to keep, because it's forever captured on celluloid. It's there for posterity.
Yeah.
So those are the efforts and sacrifices that are required in order to be a part of some good work.
Okay. So how do you bounce back to reality? When the camera is switched off and you have to head back to home. I'm sure you can't be behaving like Tej all around the day. No. Yeah. So how do you bounce back to reality?
Some days it was easy, some days it wasn't.
Okay.
Whenever it was a lot of intense work. It took a little while to stop from the emotion of what one had done. So it stays with you, na? Those kuch samay tak one has to, disengage in a gradual manner.
Okay. And how do you feel the audience has evolved over these years? The content has changed, surely. The ways of storytelling has changed. So, when you speak about the audience, how has their sensibilities changed according to you?
No, I think they're very intelligent, discerning audience.
Hmm.
They know, good from bad. It's a very intelligent audience. One is catering to. I must thank all the people who have supported, the fans who've supported throughout in these years where one was not working, but they all wanted to see more of you, and that really felt that you felt a sense of, you felt obliged to
Hmm.
do work of good quality because they expected that out of you. But it's a very intelligent, very discerning audience because now there's so much variety for them to see.
Hmm.
They know good quality from bad quality.
Yeah.
So the audiences are sharp.
Hmm.
They're more sharp now than ever before.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. And any new hobbies that you have picked up during this lockdown period, or any new skill that you have acquired?
I have actually, I like cooking, so once in a while I cook.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
I did a show on but it's passion, so I cook.
Hmm.
Then music is something that I love very much, and
Hmm.
so one is in touch with music,
Hmm.
visibly either listening or
Hmm.
singing and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
So those are the areas that one focused, diverted our mind to in
Okay.
a situation like.
Okay, okay. And you spoke about the music. So I would want to know, as an actor, as an artist yourself, does music help you to tap certain emotions, or does it help you to venture into certain territories when it comes to being an actor, in order to emote a certain emotion or bring out a certain element on screen?
Definitely, definitely. I believe it helps. It's
Mhm,
helped me
mhm,
personally. I believe it gives a certain rhythm
mhm,
and a certain सुर. वो
mhm,
सुर और ताल जो है ना,
mhm,
वो आपकी एक्टिंग में भी जरूरी होती है.
mhm,
जो पॉजेस होते हैं, जो सुर
mhm,
होता है,
mhm.
सीन का जो मूड है, सुर है, वो पकड़ना पड़ता है. और सुर और ताल जो है, वो साथ में रहते हैं आपके एज अ
Yeah.
म्यूजिशियन और अ म्यूजिक लवर
Mhm.
in your acting performances. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And how did Arya happen to you? How did it fall on your plate? I would want to know about it in more details.
Yeah, that's it. I was in Dehradun. I had gone for my son's entrance exam in
Mhm,
Dehradun, and I was approached by Abhimanyu Ray from Ram's team,
mhm,
and there was a scene which I had to audition for and send across to Ram. I did that, and uh, Ram was quite clear that he wanted me, and after seeing. He decided on taking me
mhm,
for the project, and I'm very happy for it. Next thing was that I went to Bombay for workshops, acting workshops, because it all happened very soon. Everything happened at the last moment. Sab log, matlab, whoever was wanted, the project came about by the grace of the Lord.
mhm,
And then it reached, matlab, वो किए हमने पहले a week, 10 days of acting workshops, and we
mhm.
resumed shooting with a 5-6 day break.
Oh, okay, okay.
Began.
And okay. And as a director and as a filmmaker, what does Ram bring to the table? How does it help you enhance your performance as a director? Of course, I mean, of course, there would be a certain brief on how to emote lines, or bring out the element of certain elements in the scene. But on and off camera, how does it help you enhance both as Chandrachur Singh and as an actor?
See, the fact that he's a good human being and that you trust him, he's a very fine
Mhm,
person. That makes a lot of difference.
mhm,
Then his approach, as I told you, that there was no action,
mhm.
there was no. The
Okay.
scene was as long as it was. There would be
Mhm.
2-3 cameras following the actors. The
Okay.
actors were working off of the scene
Mhm,
and keeping the course of the scene intact. We didn't. We could go off a dialogue here and dialogue there. So
mhm.
it's like it was like not doing theater, but it's like very edgy. It's very
Okay.
spontaneous
Yeah.
uh, sort of acting
Mhm,
where you don't use the aid of glycerine to cry tears. You
mhm,
got to feel the shot,
mhm.
and that reality he wanted to capture. He wanted to.
Uh,
He's seeking the truth
mhm,
through work, and it's a different format because it's not key action cut.
mhm.
It's as though there's no like. conventional format of shooting. It's like the camera is following you, your mood, other artists, everyone's being followed by different cameras, and you are going on emoting as per what is required of you.
Okay.
So that itself was a very unusual process. Plus, the acting workshop helped a lot. Plus, an entire team of Ram, Sandeep, Vinod, all of them, contributed immensely to bring out that part of us which has to be spontaneous, natural, and should be as close to the truth and real. So that was it.
Okay. And as a filmmaker, is Ram very spontaneous? Does he improvise a lot on the set, or he likes to go by the book, very prepared on the set?
No. He's very spontaneous. He is prepared also, and when he needs to let go of his preparation, also he's ready with that. He's very intuitive and perceptive. So he goes with the feel. Whatever is right, he'll get that what he needs from the script, extract it out of the actors, of the scene, of. He would change things when it's necessary for him to, but the preparation is very much there. At the same time, a great deal of spontaneity is there.
So was there a lot of jamming on the set also with regards to the script, between the actors and the filmmaker?
I think it was a constant, to a degree, not that level of key, but it was in a very subtle level. There was constant give and take between the artist and the creators and all the directors. Yeah.
Okay. And any special memory that you have from the shoots of Aarya that you would like to share with us?
It's very close to my heart. The whole memory of being a part of Aarya leaves, एक सुगंध जैसे रह जाती दिल में, वैसी रही Aarya के साथ. Experience.
Okay. And since it's coming out on the OTT platform Z5, so I would want to know your opinion about the future of OTT. What potential does it hold in the times to come?
Akshay, there's it's not coming out on Z5, it's coming out on Hotstar. Hotstar organized these interviews, not Z5.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's not coming on Z5. Yeah.
So it's coming out on Hotstar, and so I would want to know your views about the future of OTT platforms. What potentials do they hold, and will we see any kind of digital revolution coming up in the years to come? And how is there going to be a balance between the conventional theater format and the web series format on the OTT?
I think web series have now are the present, and I think we're already in the throes of change. The revolution has begun, and I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but I think right now we got to digest this only. There's so much scope in the OTT, both for actors and storytellers, and content quality stuff, which is there. We are already in the process. You can see some really interesting work coming about. We hope to see more talent, more interesting work coming about in the same platform.
Okay. And are you very choosy with your projects and the scripts that you take up, or is it something that's very spontaneous?
Mostly, choosy comes from spontaneity, because I must feel that this is a good project to work in, which is why I'm choosy. Not choosy because for the sake of being choosy. I'm choosy because spontaneous feeling that one gets. इसमें काम करना ये और ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है.
Okay. And
Akshay, we have time for just one last question.
Sure. So I would want to know if any other upcoming projects that we could see you in the days to come.
We were in talks for some of them before the lockdown took place. With all that suspended right now for the time being, till things start functioning back to normal, and after I think we'll resume, because everything has come to a lot of things have come to a standstill in our lives.
Exactly. Okay, cool. So on that note, thank you so much for coming to talk with us on Zoom call, and I wish you very best for the show that's coming out on Hotstar, and good luck for the show. Yeah.
Thank you. Please do see it and let.
Sure. I'll make a point to binge watch this entire series in one go.
Thank you.
Thanks, Akshay.
Have a good day. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Akshay.
Bye.
Bye.